Hi everyone, this is Dr. J. Nirmala Devi, Associate Professor from the Department of Information Science and Engineering. This is about Lecture 6. Here the Unit 2 starts. The first topic of Unit 2 is about fuzzy rules. Let us understand the concept of fuzzy rule with an example. Let us look into the picture. What is the picture is about the banana. So we could able to see that there are various stages of banana. So starting from the green color which is turned to yellow and then it is turned to with yellowish black, where we could able to see that the banana is getting ripe in each and every stage. How we predict the banana is ripe? Normally when we say that the banana is ripe, as a human being we will be reasoning with facts and rules. So seeing the color, seeing the condition of the fruit, we can say that the banana is ripe. The subject logic is concerned with two things. The first thing is formalization of methodology, where it is done with the help of the knowledge and experience, and we can come up with the procedure and techniques. And the second is called as the principles of reasoning. So with this, the subject logic is done. When we say that it is about the forms of reasoning, there are only two valued logic normally we use in the traditional logic, which is yes or no condition. So based on the fact, we will be come to a conclusion with an yes or no. So if the fact is true, we say that it is yes, or else we will be saying it is no. And it is called as a two-way logic. So let us understand this with an example. Everyone who is 40 years old or older is old. So with this first statement, we can come to a conclusion of the second and third statement. So the second statement is saying that David is 40 years old and Mary is 39 years old. So with this we can say that David is old but Mary is not. So with the fact that the condition 40 years old or older is old, we could able to say that true or false about the David age and the Mary age. And here when we say that it is a true or false condition, when it is true we say that it is tautology, and when it is false we say that it is a contradiction. And there are some productional rules in the traditional logic. We just understand this for understanding the fuzzy rule. So here we say that the production rules or implication rules. We are seeing a table where we have P rule and a Q rule, which is combined with a symbol. With this symbol is called as an AND symbol. So here we could able to see that there are true or false condition in the table, and here when both the condition of P and Q is true, the result of P and Q is true. Whenever it is a false condition in either of P and Q, we will be getting the false condition in an AND rule. And in the production rule, if we are having something like a symbol like this, we say that it is an R. So P or Q. Here, based on the condition of true or false, we could able to say that what is the implication of this PRQ. So here we could able to see that since it is an R condition, either one is true is present for P or Q, we will be getting the true. Otherwise, the result will be false. If only the result of both P and Q is false, we are saying that it is false. And the third is about the negation or the complement. We say that this is complement. When P is true, then complement of P is false. When P is false, then we can say that the complement of P is true. And there are some other implication rules also in traditional logic. What we are seeing is with P implies Q. So this is a single arrow which we say that if P then Q. So in this condition we could able to see all are true and both P and Q is true, it is a true. When P is false and Q is false also it is true. And where it becomes false is that when Q is becoming false and P is true, in that condition alone P and Q implies Q will be becoming false. Otherwise it will be true for all other conditions. And there are one more variation of this implication, which is a double implication. So this we say as a single condition and this we say as a double condition or biconditional. So here we could able to see that only if both the values of P and Q are similar, we will be getting the true condition. Even if one is false, we will be saying that it is a false condition. So with this traditional rules of the traditional logic, we will be understanding the fuzzy implication rules. So this fuzzy implication are extended from the traditional implication or the traditional logic, and we will be using the fuzzy linguistic variables. So we will understand what is this linguistic variables when we move on to the example. Let us take the example of classical predicate logic rule. So what we are taking is the same example. If X is a banana and X is yellow, then we can say that X is right. So we are going with the fact that if X is a banana and X is yellow, then we could able to say that X is right. So this is something called as the predicates, where we are having three predicates. One is banana, other one is yellow, and the next thing is right. And we will be going with only each predicate will be having two truth values. Either it will be true or either it will be false. And here when we say the rule, we could able to see that the result is something like banana and yellow. If it is true, then we say that it is right. So in this condition, what we say that this banana and yellow implies right. So the first part of this rule, what we are seeing is about the hypothesis or the fact, where we say that it is an antecedent. And the second thing, which is the conclusion of the fact, we say that it is an consequent. So here we have an if and then, and if is talking about the hypothesis or the fact, and consequent is nothing but the conclusion or the consequence of the fact. The fuzzy implications are also called as the if-then rule, or it is called as fuzzy rule, and sometimes it is called as a fuzzy conditional statement. The general form of the fuzzy implication is if X is A, then Y is B. Here A and B are called as the linguistic variables, and X and Y is called as the universe of discourse. We can write this as R colon A implies B, or A coupled with B. And here, as I said, R is the binary fuzzy relation and A and B is the Cartesian product. This can be functioned with some other values also. The canonical form for a fuzzy rule-based system is given below. Suppose we are saying that there are various rules can be implied in the fuzzy implication. For example, we can go with a sequence. The rule 1 starts with if condition C1, then restriction R1. Then rule 2 will be like if condition C2, then restriction R2. Then if condition R, then we can say that CR is the condition and then restriction is RR. Here, this restriction statements can be connected with linguistic connectives such as your and, or else. So these three can be used as the linguistic connectives in the restriction. So we are going back to the example where we are having or where we are considering 6 fuzzy sets. Previously we have talked about only the yellow color and ripe. And now we are having yellow can be even said something like a very yellow or more or less yellow. And when we say that it is ripe, we can even say it as very ripe or more or less ripe. So with this fuzzy sets, let us go on writing the implication rule for this example. The rule 1 is if a banana is yellow, then it is true. And we can extend the rule as something like if a banana is very yellow, then we can say that it is very ripe. And rule 3 can be written as if a banana is more or less yellow, then we can say that it is more or less ripe. Let us go with few other examples also. If suppose we are saying that a pressure and temperature comparison, here we can say that if pressure is high, then temperature is low. The other example, we can even add with other conditions, something like an else, where we can say that if mango is yellow, then mango is sweet, else mango is sour. If road is good, then driving is smooth, else traffic is high. So this way we can write the fuzzy rule with some implication and connectives. Let us take the example, if pressure is high, then temperature is low. So in this example, what we are having is universe of discourse as P and T. And this P is having some linguistic variables 1, 2, 3, 4 and T is having the linguistic variables as 10, 15, 20 up to 50. So these are called as the linguistic variables. And this pressure and temperature, we say that the linguistic variable high temperature and low pressure, so that we have mentioned it as T high, which is indicated with some values. When it is 20, it is implied with 0.2, and when it is 25, then the value will be 0.4. Likewise, up to 50 it has been given with values 0.8. The same way, when we say that it is low pressure, we have mentioned it as P low, where we have written for 1, 2, 3 and 4 with the values 0.8 and 0.8 and 0.6 and 0.4 respectively. With this, we can form a matrix table and a relation. So the relation is saying that T high then P low, which means that if the temperature is high, then the pressure is low. What we are seeing is the matrix table, where we have related the values of the temperature and pressure. So we have taken in the column wise as 20, 25, 30 as the temperature values, and we have taken in the row wise as the pressure value as 1, 2, 3, 4. So while writing this, we have taken the values of 20 as 0.2 as such for the other values which is given in the linguistic variable fuzzy sets. So it is up to 0.8. And what we can infer from the table is that if the temperature is 40, what about the low pressure? So if the temperature is 40, the low pressure is nothing but 1, the value is 0.7. So we can infer that from the table how the value can be identified for a particular pressure or the temperature value. Also, we could able to infer that the values which is from the linguistic variable while forming the matrix is given as. So for the first 1 and 2, the pressure values have written directly from the values of the linguistic variables as 0.2 to 0.8. But when it comes to the pressure value low for 3 and 4, the values is limited with 0.6, and for 4 it is limited with 0.4. So what happens is that in the table it has been restricted with the value 0.6 and 0.4 for the value pressure values 3 and 4. So we could able to see that after 40 the values has not written as 0.8. Instead it is limited with 0.6. So in this way we can form the table and we can infer the values based on the fuzzy condition. And what we could able to understand from the examples is that in the traditional logic we could able to say either it is cold or hot. But in case of the fuzzy logic we could able to say that in between values like less cold or warm or hot. So we can find in between values. There are fuzzy rule connectors. The rules connect multiple variables through fuzzy set operations using T-norms and T-conorms. The T-norms are used with an AND connector and the T-conorms is used with an OR connector. Let us see an example for the T-norms. If temperature is hot and humidity is high, then fan speed is fast. Here, what we are seeing is that the if condition is connected with 2 degrees of truth. One is temperature is hot and other one is humidity is high. Based on the first 2 degrees of truth, we will be getting the result of a T-norm operation, which is nothing but the fan speed is fast. The same way we can use with an OR. So this conorms is used with OR. If temperature is hot or humidity is high, then fan speed is fast. And the T-conorms can be used with another operator which is called as a negation operator or called as a negator, which is the complement of the fuzzy set. If temperature is not hot, then fan speed is low. There are some typical proportional inference rules. So assuming that P, Q and R be 3 propositions, and there are 3 rules commonly used for the logical inferencing. What are those 3 inference rules? One is modus ponens, other one is modus tollens, and other one is hypothetical syllogism. Let us understand what is this modus ponens. Given a proposition of P and a proposition implication rule P coupled with Q, we can derive the Q. So that means that given with a proposition P and with an implication rule, we can derive some other production. The rule says that P and P coupled with Q gives the Q. And when we say that it is modus tollens given with the proposition negation of Q and the proposition implication rule as P coupled with Q, then we can derive negation of P. So that the rule can be written as negation of Q and P coupled with Q implies your negation of P. When we say that it is hypothetical syllogism, given two implication rules, we are having P coupled with Q and Q coupled with R, and we can derive the implication P coupled with R. So having two implication rules, we are deriving the third one. Here the rule can be said as P coupled with Q and Q coupled with R will be implying with the implication which is P coupled with R. In case of hypothetical syllogism where we have this kind of implication is having a or said to be a chain rule. And the fuzzy can be extended with these inference rules. The extended rules are said as generalized modus ponens, generalized modus tollens, and generalized hypothetical syllogism. Considering the first one, generalized modus ponens, GMP, considering the production rule as if X is A, then Y is B, and a fuzzy fact X is A dash. Here GMP infers Y is B dash from the fuzzy fact X is A dash. And here A dash, B dash are called as the fuzzy sets. And A dash is close to A and B dash is close to B. And this can be stated as given if X is A, then Y is B, and given the fact X is A dash, then we can infer Y is B dash for the generalized modus ponens. When we say it is generalized modus tollens, considering the fuzzy production rule as if X is A, then Y is B, and a fuzzy fact Y is B dash, then this generalized modus tollens can infer X is A dash, which can be stated as given if X is A, then Y is B, given Y is B dash, then inferred is X is A dash. In case of the third generalized hypothetical syllogism, we can say that considering the production rule, if X is A, then Y is B, if Y is B dash, then Z is C dash, and a fuzzy fact is Z is C dash. Here A, B and C are called as the fuzzy sets. And GHS infers C dash is close to C because the closer B dash to B as C dash to C. And here GHS is stated as if X is A, then Y is B, and if Y is B dash, then Z is C, and what we have inferred is Z is C dash. The close to is normally referred to very more or less not about to, around, and other fuzzy edges. So with this way the fuzzy inference rules or fuzzy rules can be formulated and applied for a particular statement. So that's all about the fuzzy rules. Thank you.